All right, I am so excited for this video, how to land your first client within 24 hours. So this is something I've taught for a while, and it's landed clients like crazy. In fact, some people have landed 5, 6, 7 clients the first day doing this. They didn't end up working with all those clients because maybe some of those clients weren't a good fit, but there was plenty to choose from is my point. This is a very powerful method. However, it can be abused. So I need to make sure you guys understand how to properly use it before you just go off shooting it around like a flamethrower. So first of all, in order to understand how to land your first client, I need you to understand how to land your second. I know that sounds weird, but let me explain and you'll see what I mean. So the way we land our second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh and eighth and ninth and 10th clients are very simple. We want to have a case study, okay? All right, a case study. And what we do with this case study is whatever prospecting methods we use, however we get our leads, however we get people on the phone, however we start the conversation with a potential client, if we show them this case study and this case study is good and we've gotten a previous client really good results and we have a great testimonial, usually it's not that hard to make the sale. Why? Because we have a previous result. We have something that we can show. And if we have a case study for that particular client's own industry, it's even easier. So if our potential client is a realtor and we have already done work for another realtor and got results, and we show those results to a future client that is a realtor, now that person is looking at results from their own industry. Okay, it's much easier to sell them. So for instance, if you have results for a chiropractor and you go to a realtor and say, hey, I got results for this chiropractor, I can get results for you, the realtor might say, well, I'm a realtor, so how do I know you can get results for me? You can still close that client, but it's a lot harder and we want to make things easier. So if we have a result from a realtor and we say, hey, I've got results from this realtor, it's much easier to close the sale. So the question here is, how do we get the case study in order to show prospective clients? So in order to get this case study, and keep in mind, this case study is the power. This case study is Thor's hammer, okay? This case study is what is going to give you the absolute best chance of landing more clients and closing them. And the more clients you land, the more case studies you get. Because every time you land a client, you must make them agree to give you a case study. That's part of the deal, all right? You say, listen, I don't just want your money, I want your results. I want to be able to get more clients, so we're going to reassess after the first month or whatever, and I am going to ask you for a case study, a video case study where you're going to break down how much we spent and how many new customers you got and your sales. You must make them agree to that. So the more clients we get, the more case studies we get, and the more sales we get. Boom. So again, the more clients we get, the easier it is to scale. The easier it is to make more money because we get more case studies. And if we stick to the same industry, it becomes even easier, okay? So to go over some basic prospecting methods quickly, there are many, but I'll give you just a few examples. One thing you can do is you can go on Google and you can find local businesses, you can visit their website, and you can check if they have the Facebook pixel. If they don't have the Facebook pixel, you can send them an email or give them a phone call and let them know they don't have the Facebook pixel and that you would be happy to install it for them for free, and that could lead to a conversation on hiring you to do ads, okay? And if you have these case studies or even just one lined up to show them, you have a great chance of closing it and making the sale. Now, if you have 0 case studies and you're a great salesperson, you can totally close that first client, okay? You can totally convince them. You could even make a video showing what you would do, showing how you would create a campaign. For instance, you could take the crazy discount funnel or a messenger ad, and you could make a very simple demo showing how it works, and you could say, I can set this up for you. And you could land the client. But again, that requires some sales skill. We want to make it as easy as possible. Now, if you yourself think that you have the ability to go out there and land your first client without any case studies, then go ahead. More power to you. You have an advantage. But for those of you out there who feel that you need a little confidence boost first, that having at least one case study would not only give you that confidence, but help you close the sale so you have something to show, then I'm going to show you a technique that will help you get that case study and potentially land your first client within 24 hours. Now, I call this method the curious student, okay? The curious student. Now, this method is meant to get prospects messaging you about your ad agency service. And it's meant to get your first case study, and really you only have to do this once. I know that some of my students end up doing this multiple times, but I feel that once you have a case study or 2 or 3, you really don't need to do this anymore. You can directly ask for the sale, okay? So what we're going to do here with the curious student is we're going to offer a free trial, okay? We're going to offer a free trial to a potential business owner. We are going to ask to spend $100. Now, why are we asking to spend $100? Number one, with $100 in ad spend, you can get some results. You can get some leads flowing in, which will definitely perk up the ears and eyes of your potential customer, or what I like to call your trial client, and potentially convince them to continue on with you paid. So basically, you ask to spend $100. They're going to pay for ad spend. The client is going to pay for ad spend. So if you get results, you ask to be paid. Why? Because you're getting them results. So why wouldn't they pay you to continue doing what you're doing? If you fail, I'm going to show you how to avoid ruining your reputation and realizing it is okay to fail. If it's your very first time and you screw it up, I want you to realize it's okay, and I'm going to show you why in a second. So just to recap, you're going to offer a free trial. You're not going to charge for your Facebook ad management or your ad management. You're going to ask to spend $100. You're going to take the techniques I've shown you, and you're going to try to get them leads and new customers. If you get results, you ask to be paid. However, you make them agree that no matter what, even if they don't hire you, and you can say, listen, if you decide after a week or after $100, it's not worth it, you don't want to hire me, but I still got you some leads or I still got you some sales, I need my case study, okay? So I usually say, I'll gladly do this for you for free. You just pay for the ad spend. The only thing I ask is that you give me a case study testimonial, okay? You give me a case study testimonial, bottom line. So how do we get somebody to actually agree to this? How do we get somebody to allow us to spend $100, agree to the free trial, agree to give us a case study, potentially hire us if we do well, and still be okay with it if we fail and waste their $100? How do we do that? Well, I'm going to show you right now. I call this method the Curious Student script. The Curious Student script. Okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to open your Facebook account right now. And you're going to post the following script on your personal Facebook wall. You're simply going to say this: I'm learning Facebook ads right now, and while I'm learning, I'd like to experiment with a business owner and try and help them get more leads and more customers. I won't charge a dime, simply pay for $100 or so in ad spend and let me try to get you some new customers. If it works, we can talk about paid services. If not, no big deal, okay? Now, that is kind of a long version of the Curious Student. I will include with this video a shortened version. I actually created this script about a year ago, so I don't remember it exactly, but it was basically that. But I'll include a short version of it with this video typed out. But basically what you're doing is you're saying, hey, I just started learning Facebook ads. I'm looking to experiment with some businesses. Would you like to be my guinea pig? I won't charge you, just pay for ad spend. That's what you're saying. So what happens is, if you post that right now, as long as you have some business owners on your friends list, trust me, your messenger will start blowing up. The reason for that is, again, local business owners are hungry for new customers. They don't know how to advertise on Facebook. They think it's this terribly hard thing, but you know different. You know it's pretty simple as long as it's the right customers. So what will happen at this point is you'll get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people that end up messaging you about this offer. You can now pick and choose and find the easy ROI clients, find the clients that fit the perfect client formula. You then say, listen, I'm doing this because I'm going to be charging for it eventually, but I want to get some case studies and results, and that's why I'm not charging right now. So I'll go ahead and I'll run these ads for you. Let's spend about $100. You pay for ad spend. The only thing is, if I get you results, you must give me a case study testimonial so that I can use it to get more clients. And if you also want to hire me, we can also discuss pricing as well, and I'll give you a bit of a discount because you're my first client, but that's totally optional. That's it. That's all you have to do. Now, let me show you a couple things that make the CS, Curious Student, work better. So sometimes people will post the Curious Student on their Facebook, and they will get tons of replies and they'll land a client right away. Then sometimes people will post it and they won't get any responses at all. And they'll be like, oh my goodness, what did I do wrong? Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to add biz owners to your Facebook. Okay, that's number one. So you can do this very simply by going to Google, find businesses, and request. Now, to get a little bit clearer on this, you go to Google, you find a local business, you look that business up on Facebook, and a lot of times you'll see the business page. You'll see the owner either listed or commenting within it, okay? Also, when you look up the business, you'll see so-and-so, owner at business name, okay? And then you simply send them a friend request. Now, you're probably thinking, why would someone randomly accept my friend request? Well, because they're a business owner and they're always looking to promote their business. When I owned a nightclub, I accepted almost every friend request I got because I wanted to promote my business. The more people on my friends list, the more people would see my posts when I talked about what was going on with my business or my nightclub. So usually business owners will say yes, and they will give you they'll accept your friend request. So the more businesses you have in your network, and when I say network, I mean your Facebook ads friends list, the more qualified, because if all your friends don't own businesses, it's not going to work. Qualified prospects, the more qualified prospects see your offer. It's very, very simple. Okay, you add business owners to your Facebook friends list. They are qualified prospects because they're business owners. Every time you post, they see your offer. Facebook has much better reach for personal posts than it does for business posts. That's why we use our personal Facebook for this, okay? Now, what we can do here is throughout the week, we can post tips about how to get more customers to your business, how to advertise on Facebook or whatever, and then we post our Curious Student, and then we rinse and repeat, okay? Also, if we have existing clients, we can talk about client results. And what happens is these business owners see these posts and they'll end up reaching out to you. As well, you can go on these business owners' personal pages or their business pages or what have you, and when they post things, you can comment and you can join the conversation. You do this in a non-salesy way just to build a little rapport. That way, when they see your posts and stuff, they're a little bit familiar with who you are, and it's easier to start the conversation. But I'll be honest with you, if you have quite a few business owners on your list, simply posting the Curious Student script will work, guaranteed. It's worked for thousands and thousands of people. I have testimonials from here to China of people that used the Curious Student, and it worked absolutely fantastic, and they got tons and tons of prospects right away. In fact, I'll include some screenshots with this video to inspire you and to show you that this method works, and you should do it right now so you can start getting your first client. Please remember, you get your first client, you get them some results, you get a case study, and you move forward. Now, one final tip for this is sometimes your business owner will be too busy to give you their video case study, and they'll make you wait. That's okay. What we do is, if we get results for the business owner, we are going to send them an email, okay? Send them an email and ask them about their results, or over Facebook Messenger. We get them to tell us their results over Messenger or over email so that we can screenshot that message and use it as social proof. In fact, one of my very first clients, I actually got an email screenshot of them talking about how I helped them sell a ton of condos, and I used that screenshot to get more clients. And I didn't get my video testimonial from them because they were too busy. However, that one screenshot that said, "Oh, we're so happy that you got us these clients," that was enough to convince future clients to sign up and hire me as their Facebook ad manager. Now, with that said, guys, be very careful with this. You will get a ton of responses, especially if you have a lot of business owners on your Facebook. But go ahead and do this. It will show you, it will prove to you that this business is something that you can do, that it is not difficult to get clients, that these clients are out there and they're hungry and they're ready and they're waiting for you, someone with just a little bit of knowledge, which you're getting from this training that I'm giving you, that can get them what they desperately need, and that is more customers, and you're going to be the one to get it for them, and you're going to be the one to be able to achieve financial freedom, quit your job, and build a six-figure income by helping other people get more customers and build their business. All right, I will see you in the next video.